Here is your latest African news. Nigeria. UK suspends visas for Nigerians, prioritizes Ukrainian nationals. The United Kingdom has temporarily suspended applications for work, study and family visas for Nigerians, stating that it was prioritizing applications made under the Ukraine Family Scheme and in response to the humanitarian crisis arising from the Ukraine war. In a statement, the UK said the Ukraine Family Scheme allows applicants to join family members or extend their stay in the UK. They will also be able to live, work and study in the UK and access public funds. The statement said, as a result of this decision, the UK Visa and Immigration (UKVI) has temporarily suspended priority and super priority services for new study, work and family applications for Nigerians. The embassy noted that applicants should not visit Visa Application Center but wait till they are conducted by Visa Application Center that their visas are ready for collection. This is coming after Europe has been called out for numerous racial and discriminatory actions and incidences towards Africans, Asians and Middle Eastern, not only in Ukraine but also its neighboring countries. Ethiopia. Israel bans Ethiopian Easter pilgrims. Israel is reportedly banning the entry of Ethiopian pilgrims who want to embark on a pilgrimage to the country during this year's Easter celebrations. Local media reports travel and tour companies in the country have received a letter from Israel's Population and Immigration Authority stating that any Ethiopian traveler who wants to visit Israel will need to contact the authority personally and receive permission to enter. However, tourists from other countries do not have to follow this same protocol, as tour companies can generally submit a group application for tourists traveling as a group. The authorities' letter claimed that the move was only out of concern that the Ethiopian tourists will not head back home due to the ongoing conflict in their country. According to Israel's Population and Immigration Authority, the policy was deemed necessary allegedly because in the past, Ethiopian tourists have overstayed their visit. This decision comes immediately after the Israeli government unanimously approved paving the way for renewing immigration from Ethiopia from among the community of descendants of Jews in November of last year. West Africa. Foreign interest behind rise in coups, Ecowas. The president of Ghana, who is also chair of the West Africa Regional Bloc Ecowas, has said there is an international dimension to the recent spate of military coups in Africa. Nana Akufo-Addo told an African Union forum that some foreign entities regard coups in Africa as a means of enhancing their regional ambition. He said outside influences were behind disinformation campaigns, undermining the authority of governments in the continent and instigating opposition protests. Mr. Akufo-Addo gave no details on those he thought were linked to the coups. Recent military takeovers in the Burkina Faso, Mali and Guinea areas have prompted calls for African leaders to promote good governance in order to quell disaffection among citizens. 18 African leaders have either modified or eliminated constitutional term limits in the past 2 decades, while another 18 have resisted efforts to institute term limits, according to the Africa Center for Strategic Studies, with most of these countries having experienced civil unrest or coups. Ghana. Small oil producers like Ghana could gain as buyers shun Russian crude. As the US and Europe cut back purchases on Russian oil and energy traders shun it for fear of sanctions, the search is on for other sources. Attention has focused on Western rivals like Iran and Venezuela, both of which are led by governments that the US sought until recently to isolate. But emerging and less developed producers could also play great roles in securing these positions. Among the world's many oil-producing countries, Ghana stands at number 33. As world markets grapple with the current oil price shock, niche producers are in especially favorable positions to secure advantageous contracts and more favorable terms from international energy companies. For example, oil companies typically pay host countries royalties on their revenues that average around 16%. Ghana started oil development in 2007 and now produces about 163,000 barrels per day. South Sudan. UN peacemaking mission in South Sudan extended for a year. The United Nations Security Council has voted to extend the mandate of its peacekeeping mission in South Sudan for 1 more year, calling for political dialogue to prevent the country from returning to civil war. The United States-sponsored resolution received 13 votes in the Council, with China and Russia choosing to abstain. Under the extension, the UN mission in South Sudan will remain in the world's newest nation up until March 15, 2023. The current level of deployment, with the troops ceiling at 17,000 and police ceiling at 2,101, shall be maintained. While China indicated that it was in favor of the extension, the country's deputy UN ambassador Dai Bing criticized the US for pushing for inclusion of many human rights-related texts, resulting in a very unbalanced draft resolution. Under the resolution, the goal of the peacekeeping mission is to prevent a return to civil war in South Sudan, to build durable peace at the local and international levels, and to support inclusive and accountable governance and free, fair, and peaceful elections. The operation is one of the most expensive for the UN, with an annual budget surpassing $1 billion. A deal signed in 2018 by President Salva Kiir and rebel leader Riek Machar stipulated a general elections should be conducted in 2023. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, follow, share and like our video. It's the best way of supporting us. Great news! You can now buy our African children's book Maua and the Gardens of Plenty, a book that teaches children the power of great ideas. This book is the best way to start exposing your children to African stories told by Africans. Find the purchase link in the description below. You can directly support this new series by becoming our YouTube member, Patreon or donor, and remember, Africa is watching.